What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Quick Learn Hub, the channel dedicated to bringing you quick, informative content to help you level up in all aspects of life. And today we're talking about something super important: safety. We're going to be diving deep into essential safety tips across various domains to keep you and your loved ones safe. From personal safety to cybersecurity, workplace hazards to environmental awareness, we've got you covered. So buckle up, grab your safety goggles. Just kidding, you won't need those yet. And let's get started. Remember, being safe is cool and knowledge is power. All right, let's kick things off with some essential personal safety tips. The most important thing is to always be aware of your surroundings. Imagine yourself like a hawk, constantly scanning your environment for anything that seems out of place or potentially risky. If you're walking alone, especially at night, stick to well-lit areas and let someone know your route and expected arrival time. And here's a fun little trick. Did you know that if you're walking with headphones on, carrying a spare unplugged pair can make you look less like an easy target? Yep, it's all about projecting that air of "I'm aware, I'm prepared." Now, I'm not saying you need to become a martial arts master overnight, but knowing a few basic self-defense moves can be a lifesaver. A well-placed knee to the groin or a firm elbow to the ribs can buy you precious seconds to escape a dangerous situation. There are tons of great resources online for learning simple and effective self-defense techniques. And remember, your safety is paramount. If you ever feel threatened, trust your instincts and get out of there. Don't be afraid to make a scene, yell for help, or attract attention. Your safety is always more important than anyone's opinion or any social awkwardness you might feel. Next up, let's talk about workplace safety. Now, I know what you're thinking. Safety briefings can be a bit dry, but trust me, this stuff is crucial. First and foremost, always, and I mean always, use your personal protective equipment, or PPE. Whether it's safety goggles, gloves, earplugs, or a hard hat, that gear is there for a reason, to protect you from potential hazards. Think of it like this. Would you rather spend a few minutes wearing earplugs or risk permanent hearing damage? Yeah, I thought so. Next up, ergonomics. This is all about designing your workspace and work habits to prevent injuries. Make sure your chair is adjusted properly, your keyboard is at a comfortable height, and you're taking breaks to stretch and move around. Trust me, your back and wrists will thank you in the long run. And last but not least, be prepared for emergencies. Familiarize yourself with your workplace's fire safety and evacuation procedures. Know where the fire extinguishers and emergency exits are located. Remember, in a crisis, every second counts. Now let's move on to home safety. You know that saying, home is where the heart is? Well, it's also where we want to stay safe and sound. First things first, smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors, these are your best friends when it comes to home safety. Make sure you have them installed on every level of your home and test them regularly to ensure they're in good working order. It's a small step that can make a world of difference. Next up, let's talk about electrical safety. Avoid overloading outlets, inspect cords for damage, and unplug appliances when not in use. And remember, water and electricity don't mix. Keep electrical appliances away from sinks and bathtubs. And finally, let's prevent those everyday accidents. Secure loose rugs, clean up spills immediately, and provide adequate lighting, especially on stairs. A little bit of prevention goes a long way in keeping your home a safe and happy haven. Chapter 4: Cyber Safety, Navigating the Digital World Safely. All right, let's dive into the world of cyber safety. The internet is an amazing tool, but it's important to be aware of the risks and take steps to protect ourselves. First things first, safeguarding your personal information. Be cautious about what you share online. Create strong and unique passwords for your accounts, and be wary of phishing scams. Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Speaking of phishing scams, let's talk about how to spot them. These are sneaky attempts to trick you into giving up sensitive information like your passwords or credit card details. Beware of suspicious emails, links, or messages that ask for personal information. And lastly, social media safety. We all love connecting with friends and family online, but remember to adjust your privacy settings. Be mindful of what you post, and think twice before accepting friend requests from people you don't know. Chapter 5, Road Safety. Buckle up, Buttercup. Now let's hit the road, but first, a quick pit stop for some essential road safety tips. First and foremost, buckle up every time, no exceptions. Seatbelts save lives, period. Next up, let's talk about defensive driving. Stay alert, anticipate potential hazards, and always be prepared to react to other drivers' mistakes. Remember, it's better to be safe than sorry. And for all my pedestrians and cyclists out there, make sure you're visible to drivers. Wear bright clothing, use reflective gear, and make eye contact with drivers before crossing the road. And remember, folks, driving is a privilege, not a right. So let's all do our part to stay safe on the road. Chapter 6. Environmental Safety. Let's protect our planet. Last but not least, let's talk about environmental safety. We only have one planet, so let's treat it with respect. First up, let's talk about hazardous materials. Whether it's paint, cleaning products, or batteries, make sure you're disposing of these materials properly. Check with your local waste management facility for guidelines on how to dispose of hazardous waste safely. Next, let's talk about reducing, reusing, and recycling. The 3 R's that can make a big difference. Reduce your consumption, reuse items whenever possible, and recycle everything you can. And lastly, let's all do our part to conserve natural resources. Save water, conserve energy, and support sustainable practices. Remember, every little bit helps. Outrow, stay safe, stay informed. So there you have it, folks. A whirlwind tour of essential safety tips for everyday life. Remember, safety is not a one-time thing. It's an ongoing process. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Quick Learn Hub for more awesome videos. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and keep on learning.